Yankee. What's yours?
Stu, Sugar Tango United. Been in ECARS since 2248, whatever that means, 1978. Over.
Yeah, well, my number is 1811 rather. So I don't know where that puts me, but anyway, you sound great. Nice signal. Go ahead.
Thank you, and have a lovely day. We better get it back to Dave here. Dave, you're sounding wonderful as always. W2AO.
All right, fellas, good contact. Nice to hear both of you. Amplifier looks clean on the scope. Next on the list, KC1MR. You might as well come on here and say something more there, Ray. How'd your team do?
Yeah, very good. Well, that was nice talking to Stu. And like I say, it's going to be a beautiful day here. Not a cloud in the sky, which is rare. And you sound awesome, Dave. And anyway, you take care, Dave. What's happening down your neck of the woods?
Oh, well, I don't know. I wouldn't say a whole lot's going on here. Just relaxing. And nice to have some sunshine. Still a little chilly for me. I'd like to see some 75-degree weather here. But I'll take what I can get. We've already been out and about a little bit today. So, hey, things are working. And that's what we love. Take care, Ray. We'll talk to you again soon. You might give Stu a call and take him off frequency and have a QSO.
Oh, okay, that's a possibility. All right, I'll let you go. You sound awesome as usual, and have a good day. Cheers.
All righty. Next on the list, the voice of Alexandria, I believe, KI4FON. Good morning, Don.
Good morning, Dave. Sun is shining up here. It's down there. The temperature wasn't bad. I went out this morning to go to the drive and went to the drive-in and go in. It's very nice. Nice weather.
Yeah, well, you're up on the hill there. You're closer to the sun than I am, so it might feel a little bit better. Anyhow, very good to hear you. Sounding good. Good audio. What radio are you on today?
Well, I had the 848 XS, and it's doing pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds very good. All right then. Anything else going on there? You get that starter put on yet?
No, we gotta wait for a starter to come to mix those mates. The mates that goes into the ribbon are coming to hold, and that's gonna not take time, but you wait for that truck to come in.
All right. Wow. Well, very good. Very good indeed. Get that thing running. You can put the XYL in there and drive down here and have a visit on the creek.
Right. I'll just for that, please.
Yeah, that would be an exciting drive down 210. All right. We'll talk to you later. This is ECARS, East Coast Amateur Radio Service Network on 7255 kilohertz, WA3GIN. We are listening for any stations.
Kilo Bravo 3, Sierra November Golf.
Alpha Echo Sierra Mobile.
I got KB3SNG and AES Mobile. Any others? Let's get the mobile. Come on in, AES. Full call, name, location, where are you headed?
Whiskey Alpha 1, Alpha Echo Sierra Mobile. Ernie is the name. We're up here in Connecticut. We got 56 and sunny. How are you?
Ernie, I have no complaints at all. No complaints, over.
Well, Roger, Roger. Well, they can't complain. No snow, no rain, about time. A little chilly this morning, but better days are coming, Roger.
Yes, that's the way I feel too. Hopefully we'll see some of that in a couple of weeks here. Over.
Amen. Well, it's about time. I'm looking forward to springtime. Hey, thanks for picking me up and being there. 7-3.
All righty. Nice to have you in here. WB3SNG, good morning. Come on in.
Good morning, sir. How you making out today? Yeah, we're up here in the state of Maryland there, 60 miles north of Baltimore in Cecil County, Maryland. Just out here in the garage playing around a little bit, playing on the radios.
All right. Well, tell us your name and tell us what radio you're playing with.
Yeah, my name is Norman. I'm on the Icon 746. I'm on the Wyndham Montana up about 30 feet, running about 35 watts.
All right, Norman, very good. Well, I think you got a bad ground on your microphone or something. It's definitely got a lot of AC hum in there. Take a listen.
County, Maryland. Just out here in the garage playing around a little bit, playing on the radios. Are you
able to hear that?
Now?
Were you able to hear that, Norman?
Yeah, I heard it. It's still doing it, huh?
Yeah, really. It sounds almost like you've got the ground for the microphone connected to the chassis ground instead of the soundboard ground.
Well, I don't know. I might have to check it out. I better shut up then. I appreciate you picking me up. You have a good day there. Kilo Bravo 3 Sierra November Golf. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Do you have another radio you can listen with?
I do. I had to hook one up there. I didn't realize it was going on there. I've been talking on it. Nobody never said nothing. That's just started it.
Yeah, well, I thought you'd like to know because that's almost like running modulated AM, which is the hard on the finals, having that carrier in there all the time. You're almost 10/9, so it's a good RF signal. The antenna's working good for you. Well, good luck with that. Come on back when you find something. Tell us what you found.
Thank you for picking me up. Kilo Bravo 3 here, November Golf. Thank you.
All right. See you later. ECARS Radio on 55. For listening, for any stations, you don't have to be a member to check into this net. Minutes after the hour, this is WA3GIN. We are listening for any stations here on 7255.
This is W1HF, Whiskey 1 Hotel Foxtrot.
Okay, got W1HF. Got you in there. Who else is in there?
KD2 OAM.
Got you in there, John. Any others? All right. W1HF. Good morning, sir. What's going on? Whiskey 1, Hotel Foxtrot. It's your turn. Go ahead, John.
All right, Dave, WA3GIN, KD2 OAM, John here in, Oakfield, New York, and we've got 61 degrees right now, cloudy. We're going to have some rain later, and I'm glad I mowed my lawn yesterday. Got the lawn all mowed, trimmed, and everything cleaned up, so don't have to worry about that. Wife and I just got back from a nice long walk, and she's heading into town to take care of a few things and deliver some orders that she got, and I'm just going to keep myself busy this afternoon, so back to you, Dave, WA3GIN, KD2 OAM.
Very nice, John. Great sounding signal you have, too. Great audio. I really enjoy listening to that. Well balanced, well modulated, and a nice plus 10 over signal. So easy listening here for the old NCS. And you got the wife out working, which is also a plus. Keep them busy. They'll stay out of trouble that way.
That's why I like checking in here after 11. So anyways, you have a great day, and hope you get a lot more check-ins.
All righty. Thank you very much. We hope so, too. We like to stay busy. We'll catch you later.
Take care.
All righty. Okay, ECARS Radio, WA3GIN, listening.
Kilo Bravo 3, Kilo Sideband, Mobile, trying again.
Okay, Rudy, come on in. KB3, Killer Sideband, Mobile, come on in.
This wasn't my favorite. You have a copy on you. I got you a good S9 there. Good morning, sir. Roger.
Yes, sir. We got you in here, too. Where are you headed? Rudy, where are you headed?
Right now I'm headed home. I had my coffee, my breakfast. I'm heading home there. Roger.
All righty then. Sounds good to me.
All right. Well, I'm going to this morning to you. I got a good copy on you. I'm going to go home and relax, put in a movie. And I'm going to say good morning to you. Thanks for picking me up. You are sounding real good. Kilo Bravo 3, Killer Sideband, Mobile. Have a good day.
All right, Rudy. You have a good day, too. Always good to hear you.
Roger.
Catch you later. ECARS Radio on 55, WA3GIN, listening.
WA3GIN and 3EQ.
Okay, and 3AQ, what's going on? You're working on something.
Yeah, the radio, I was getting a little RF back. Any better or still pretty warbly?
Oh, you're all over the place. What's the radio?
Oh, it's a C-line, but look at this, watch. I turn off my amplifier and the problem's gone, over.
Okay, all right. Well, it's not completely gone. Let me listen to the amplifier off. Again, let me listen to it a little more.
All right, this is the amplifier off, WA3GIN and 3AQ.
Yeah, it's still there actually. It's just not as noticeable because the amplifier is definitely doing its job. It's much easier to detect with the amplifier on. So it sounds like a power supply issue for that C line. Have you worked on the power supply yet?
Yeah, I upgraded that, but that's months ago. I popped a fuse before, and I have a feeling. While I was in there, I swapped and put a new set of finals in, and I'm wondering if those finals aren't balanced.
Well, 40 meters. Usually the neutralization, I think, is what you're talking about, really. That usually has more of an effect higher in frequency, like 20, 15, and 10, but you know what? It's easy enough to pop the old ones back in, right?
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Dave, and thank you.
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I've been there. Been down that road many times. Well, it's on frequency as best I can tell, so you don't have to worry about that part.
Yeah, getting better. Smile a lot, my friend. Thanks a lot for letting me check in the signal report, N3EQ.
Yeah, no question about that. My XYL got me a book to read. It's all the phrases from George Carlin. It's so much fun.
Now, there you go.
He wrote that book in 97. I didn't realize that. Apparently, he's written a lot of books, so that's a side of the character I had no idea existed.
That's like Steve Martin. That guy does everything.
Yeah, he's prolific, isn't he? Sometimes we don't give these folks enough credit.
His banjo, Side Hill something, oh man, he is so good.
I understand. Yeah, and I've heard him a couple times. Talent is something that we need to appreciate so much more than we do. We just take it. We have so much here. You know, this country is just a cornucopia, right? We have so much here, You really have to work hard not to take it for granted. We really, really have to work hard appreciating what we have here. It's unique. It doesn't exist anywhere on the planet.
I agree. Total agreement. W3GIN, N3AQ. Maybe I'll swap those finals.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it. I always love troubleshooting stuff, and I always love listening to what other people have discovered in their travels down that troubleshooting road. So look forward to hearing you again soon. N3AQ, and this is ECARS on 5.5. We're listening for check-ins.
Hello, Charlie 8, Charlie Oscar India.
All right, KCHCOY, come on in, Ted.
Hey, morning, Dave. Yeah, it's still morning. Yeah, 11:22. It's still morning. Yeah, it looks like our weather's starting to recover a little bit. The night before last was down to 31, and last night down to 36, but we're supposed to get up in the upper 60s today, so maybe things will get more spring-like. I got to start thinking about going down to Lowe's and getting some dirt. I need some new tomato stakes, and start looking for tomato plants. I want to get them out around the 10th of May. Get that going. Get the raised bed fixed up. Have it all tilled out. Start ready to stick a plant in by the 10th. Anyway, that's the plans here, Dave. KCHCOY.
All righty, very fine. Well, good luck with all of that. See how it goes. It's as usual. I put the grass seed in, and we don't have any rain scheduled for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I should mow today. I just mowed last Sunday, and I should mow today, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow. And that's like rocket fuel, that grass. I'm going to wait till after it rains to mow. As soon as it does, that stuff, it's just like you walking back from the lawnmower building and it trips you growing back.
Yeah. Well, what can you do? It's a seasonal challenge, that's for sure. You're sounding good this morning. Skip seems to have been normalized from a few weird days ago.
Yeah, it's right. I've been listening this morning. It's been up and down. But when it's good, it's really good. But then it'll fade out. But anyway, that's typical 40. I don't care what sunspot cycle it is. 40 is what it's going to be. It doesn't matter what sunspot cycle is. Anyway, the folks up on 20 are enjoying all-night coverage, I understand. And I think somebody was talking about, I think it's Dick, talking in New Zealand QRB. Anyway, they can play around on the radio. I think I'm going to have to get out and try to get something done, though, because it's too nice to let the day waste. Back to you, Dave, KCHCOY.
Okay, very good. Well, you're right. Can't waste any of them. So good luck with all of that. We'll look forward to hearing you again soon. Thanks for checking in with us today. ECARS Radio on 55. This is station WA3GIN. It's 24 minutes after the hour of 11 o'clock on Tuesday. Tuesday, the 23rd of April. And it's 63 degrees and sunny down here in the northern neck of Virginia. ECARS Radio, we're listening for check-in.
November 3, Golf Lima Tango.
Whiskey America 2, Foxtrot, November, Quebec.
W2 Hotel Delta India.
I got N3GLT, WA2FNQ, and there was a W2 there. Lightning static crash took out the rest of the call. Come back again, please.
QRP, Whiskey 2 Hotel Delta India. It's Arnie. W2 Hotel Delta India.
O2 Tango Charlie.
W2HCI QRP.
All right, Arnie, I got you in there. W2HDI QRP. You got stomped on, but we got you. Let's see here. Who is the TS station? Tango Charlie or Tango Charlie station?
Kilo 2 Tango Charlie?
Yeah, that's it. Okay, up to the top of the list, N3GLT, come in.
Good morning and almost afternoon in about a half an hour. N3GLT here, Northern Lancaster County, Papa Alpha. And I'm on Flex this morning because it's the only radio I have. And I'm working the Ohio Pro 7 headset and had lost the settings for it in the Flex on a reset a while ago. And so fortunately I had written them down. Put them back in and asked the radio to save them, and I think it has. I'll copy from November 3 Golf Lima Tango at 61 degrees and sunny skies.
Okay, very good. It's choppy. It's choppy. I think there's some limiting going on there. Give us another transmission there. I'll take a hard listen.
Roger, Roger. This is November 3 Golf Lima Tango. How copy?
All right. Take a listen, see what you think. Here we go.
This is November 3 Golf Lima Tango. How copy? This is November 3 Golf Lima Tango. How copy?
Yeah, it wasn't much of a sample, but it doesn't sound like your usual self.
Yeah, I'm not sure what might be going on there, but everything else is working fine. I'll take a look at the settings and see what it is. I just don't want it to clip or back off here while I'm talking. N3GLT, good morning.
All right, good morning to you. It sounds like the microphone is struggling to reproduce your voice. I know your voice. It's very clear and clean and crisp. And you're not getting that today. Today it sounds like you've got some tissue paper stuffed in the cartridge there, muffled, or, for example, like you have your, if it was a headset, you had the microphone element pushed up against your face or something. It sounds a little bit muffled today for some reason. Anyhow, well, enjoy, and thanks for checking in with us. We always appreciate hearing station N3GLT. Next on the list, WA2FNQ. Good morning.
Good morning, Dave. This is Jerry up on Long Island, about, I guess we're about 35 miles east of New York City. ECARS number 21147. I just want to tell you, man, as bad as the band is today, it's not that great. You have one huge signal up here on Long Island, Dave.
Yeah, this propagationists an interesting character. You never know where it pushes your signal. Today, I've got the antenna cranked down to 35 feet because I'm doing some annual maintenance, and so the expectation is not much. But I guess at that height, there's a big high angle lobe coming off, and I am pointed sort of in your direction, about 40 degrees. So I think that's what's going on there. You're getting a lot of gain from the antenna. Yeah, well, you know what? Consider the alternative, trying to pick it out in between the static. Thanks for the report. Any plans for today?
Nah, nothing really, Dave. So anyway, yeah, sometimes height doesn't make right. You get the thing, down low, and the skip zone is just right, and what the heck, it works well. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know. Wow, I don't know what's going on here. My tower is not where it should be. I wonder what the deal is. All right, well, I'll take a look at that later. But you're doing really well. Anyway, W3GIN. This is WA2FNQ.
Okay, thank you so much. We just picked up a new toy. It's an LP100 Alpha, which is a sort of like an SWR bridge on testosterone or something, or I guess it's a watt meter, or it's a vector something or other. Anyhow, it's a cool little box, and you can you can plug it into the PC, and then you can remote into the PC, and you can be internet remote or local area network remote and get a very accurate impression of what's going on the output side, the reflected side, the standing wave. And it even has an alarm feature, so you can set it if the SWR gets over 1 to 1 or 2 or 1.5 or 2 to 1 or 2.5 to 1, it'll jump on you, which is great. I love it. So we've been playing around with that today. It also gives you a real-time display on the impedance, which is helpful sometimes, and also the different reactance and inductance. So it's sort of like having an antenna analyzer in line. And I also read in the manual, as I did a quick scan, that you can turn it into an RF sensor, and you can use it to plot antenna. So you stick this on another radio and put a couple watts into your beam and rotate your beam, and this thing will do a plot for you of what your front to back, front to side, forward gain is. So it's pretty elegant. I think it's expensive, but I'll tell you, to me it's well worth it, because we operate the station remotely, and we're looking for all the input data we can get for the health of the station. So for me, it does a great job, really. We're real pleased with it so far. Anyhow, that's my report for the LP100 Alpha here on 7255. Next on the list, Arnie, you want to try a little bit more RF with your QRP station? Come on in.
Dave, can you copy it all? And copy shape. Are you copying it? Am I intelligible?
Yeah, I hear you. Come on in.
Okay, well, first a sideband contact on Marcom 705 that got picked up at the post office this morning. Picked it up from a very nice home in southern Pennsylvania. Good price. They took me about it and decided to get it. And I have to say, though, I'm an ICOM aficionado. I've had most all the ICOMs in my radios, and Dave, I know you have one. This is one of the neatest radios I've ever had. Running on the battery, using my 40-meter dipole. I'm back in the cell. It got home yesterday from 16th town in Hilton Head, and we stopped in Virginia Beach on the way up, and then came through the Delaware Bay Bridge tunnel for the first time in my life. So it was quite an experience. Back to you, Dave. Dave, I turn it over to you. WQLCI.
Okay, I was just playing around with the buttons here, trying to see if I could pull you in a little bit better. Well, you're weak, as you would imagine. I've got a 705 here on the other side of the operating position, so I know how much you're enjoying that radio. It has really good potential for spectacular audio. You need, I think, a little tweak here on the audio side, being that it's the new radio for you. I have some very well tested, I guess you could, I hate to say survey, because I hate surveys. I hate polls. But if you go to my QRZ page when you get a chance and take a look at one of the articles there is on how to set the audio up for the 705 and the 7300s and 7610. And I think if you take a look at that and start out with those adjustments, you'll find you're working a lot more stations QRP. So give that a chance. And then the other thing to try is, I know there's particular frequencies that the QRP guys like to hang out on. And so if you can Google that, you can find like-minded operators and have some fun working QRP to QRP. So enjoy the new ICOM. I think you're going to love it. We'll catch you later. Over.
All right, thanks, Dave. I will check your website. And the reality is, I'm not a QRP guy. It was fun having radio and broadcasters down in Avenue. Put it down in the basic station underneath the flex. I'm going to connect it to my electrical band. With 5 watts, I'll be fixing that 700 watts in the so I was looking to that's how 70 I'm currently this to be easy to play, so I'm as thrilled. Thanks so much. Have a great day. And appreciate you doing it. I need to make sure I show the one.
All right, good deal. Well, that's interesting. And you can take that 705 and stick it into your amplifier, and you can probably put out 200 or 300 watts with, what is it, 5 watts? 5 watts of drive? I think that thing will, I think it'll do 10 watts. So, you should be able to get a few hundred watts out of that if you put it into an amplifier. How about that? All right, well, listen, take care, enjoy. Let us know what you discover as you continue to familiarize yourself with that new radio. 73 for now, and enjoy.
Thanks, Dave. It's actually sunny and it's going to be 60 degrees today. And we had a great time in the morning. We had my boss about 250 miles and hardly used the car.
Okay, good deal. Good deal indeed. The band conditions are not really spectacular today, so I'm just curious, however, though, if there are any stations on the frequency that we're able to hear, W2HDI, Harney, if you would like to give him a report, please do.
It's Kilo Delta 2 Sierra Sierra.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I heard him on the air. He was a little muffled, but I understood every word. And I'm in the Hudson Valley in New York. I hope that helps him out a little bit.
Good. What's your name?
Oh, the name here is Dennis. And I just was copying the mail, so I figured if he would like a signal report, I'd be more than happy.
All right, Dennis. Were you able to copy Ernie?
Yes, I understood most of what he said. And but he was a little muffled, but that's probably the band shooting at him today, too.
Well, Dennis, you're not muffled. You're not muffled. You're sounding great today. Tell us about your station before we continue on the list.
All righty. Name here is Dennis. ECARS number 20409. I'm located in the Hudson Valley of New York, right around Poughkeepsie. And my station, my antenna is only a bazooka, double bazooka, 40-meter double bazooka up about 20 feet. Got a town lot. My radio is a 706 Mark IIG, and I really do love that radio. That's a whole radio station by itself, and it works well. Very, very happy with it. It hears well. It signals the audio. I always get great reports on my audio, so I'm very happy with it. Back to you.
All right, very good. You should be. That's a very popular radio. It's been very popular radio for a long time, and you've got one that's really working well for you. Here's how you sound down in the northern neck of Virginia today.
And I really do love that radio. That's a whole radio station by itself, and it works well. Very, very happy with it. It hears well. It signals the audio. I always get great reports on my audio, so I'm very happy with it.
Contact.
Yeah, that's one heck of a clean signal, too. Your skirts go all the way down, straight down like railroad tracks to minus 90 dB, so it's a clean radio as well. Over.
Contact.
Contact, please identify. Call your station.
W2AO. I'd like to say good afternoon to the fellow in the Hudson Valley. That's where I am, too. Over.
QSL. Yep, name here is Dennis, and where are you located?
Fishkill, New York. How about you?
I'm up in Poughkeepsie, so I guess this is DXing, isn't it?
Yeah, nice to hear you. Boy, your audio sounds superb. Nice job. Thank you, Dave. And the station W2AO on standby. How you copying me in the Hudson Valley?
Oh, you're full quieting. You're very, very nice audio for you, too. And the name is Dennis. Everybody calls me Denny, so that gets a little confusing. But, yeah, you have very, very nice audio. I'm sure the gentleman in Virginia will attest to that.
Thank you, and have a pleasant day from W2AO.
W2AO, KD2SS. Thank you.
All right, fellas, good contact. Good contact. And don't forget, you can always move off frequency and have a QSO for a couple minutes. It doesn't have to be just a wave of the hand there. So, especially when you guys are close by, it's nice to know folks that are close by. Every once in a while, sometimes it's good to get together. Otherwise, you need an extra hand on a project or something like that. It's nice to have that extra hand. So there you go. Next on the list here, Kate, tying up the end of the list, as a matter of fact. K2TC, come on in.
Yeah, good morning, Dave. Hope all is well. Just cleaning up some more of the little RF issues that I had with the power reporting for the amplifier. Got that all cleaned up. Little opto isolator did the trick. And that's it here, K2TC.
Yeah, it sounds spectacular. Tell us more about that opto isolator.
A USB device goes in line, optically couples the USB port coming out of the PC, kind of separates it to the amplifier, using it for the output power metering and bypass reset control and stuff like that. So cleans up that physical connection for the most part between the radio, or actually the PC and the amplifier. So, and then I have a fiber device coming in to do some of the band switching, even though it's got RF in it, and it works on BCD. Just to eliminate any possibilities there, I might run a fiber converter, which is basically a dry contact closure, deal over fiber, and then reproduce the BCD at the back of the amplifier. Get that out of the equation. Done a lot of work on other projects using fiber for links, and just another tool in the toolbox to get rid of the RF in this rather tight shack and small city lot.
Yeah, spectacular. So is that opto oscillator, is that a homebrew project, or is that something I can get on Amazon? We're always looking for ways to have RF go where it belongs and nowhere else.
Oh, yeah. The opto isolators, it's an AM 3160 chipset is the better one. AMD 3160, I think, is the one you'd want to look for. I bought two of them in. One was $19, which works fine. Little blue translucent case. And the one for $29 was, all molded up and had a little, maybe 3-inch pigtail for the USB on it. The plastic one was, connector on each side, much like a little power meter, USB power meter, if you're familiar with those. But $19 works great. Amazon's got a whole bunch of them. It did the trick.
So you were experiencing some RFI before you made that conversion?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, on 80, more so than 40. But once I got up above 400 watts or so, it would travel at that USB length, which is about 12 feet, by the time it gets around the desk and up and down and where it's got to go. And it would take out my keyboard and the mouse, and then, hang the thing up in transmit, per se, because it would get to the keyboard. So, yeah, it was kind of funny, and, this cleared it right up. I've been running up north of about 750 watts so far with it, and no problems. K2TC.
Oh, that's fabulous. Do you have that written up on your QRZ page?
No, but I can, if you're good in QRZ, I'll send you a link of the one that I got here that's working, and maybe I'll get around to that when I get some more of the amplifier stuff in there. Really, the interesting one will be the fiber link. The first thing I want to do there is get the BCD control, so it switches on receive, follows the amp follows the radio on receive. This way there's no hot switching of any of that when you go to key up. And I'm doing that with a 8 relay device that's like $30. So plus a piece of fiber, add another $10 for that. So hopefully for under $50, I'll have the control between the two, the BCD control and the push to talk. I'll bring over on fiber and keep that away from the radio. K2TC.
That sounds fantastic. Yeah, I've been chasing an anomaly here on the HF Auto, and of course everything here is remote. So the HF Auto gives some erroneous SWR indications occasionally. It'll flash up from, say 1.3 to 1. All of a sudden it'll be 5 to 1. Just a quick little flash. And it's just been bugging me. I thought maybe I had something loose on the antenna. It only happens on 40 meters. It only happens on the Yagi. Any of the other 40-meter antennas, they do not show this anomaly on the HF40. So yesterday we hooked up an LP100 and set the alarm value to 1.5 SWR. And of course, there are no alarms on the LP. And it's a very fast-acting peak reading watt meter SWR bridge. I think it's 50 samples per second or something. It's fast. So I'm sitting there looking at the two outputs, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know why the HF Auto wants to be peculiar on this particular antenna, but it is, and it could be something internal. I'm going to open it up and see if there aren't some places there I can fit some ferrite, because I don't have any other explanation for it. On the LP100, it's just rock solid, 1.3 to 1, and it doesn't move from there. So it's got to be an anomaly. But you've done really good work. We totally believe in fiber for eliminating RFI transduction. Is that a word? Anyhow, take a listen to how you sound in the northern neck this morning.
Closure deal over fiber and then reproduce the BCD at the back of the amplifier. Get that out of the equation. Done a lot of work on other projects using fiber for links, and just another tool in the toolbox.
Yeah, that's still one heck of a nice signal. I'm at 3.6 kilohertz is what I was listening to you at, so I think you're probably transmitting somewhere around that bandwidth. Go ahead.
Okay, Dave. Opportunity. I just made a minor change here. I'll listen to myself on the feed later. Fiber is great, and I used to run fiber. You're talking about ICOMs before. I had an old IC900 in a vehicle. Had to be before I got married, so that's 35 years now. We're somewhere damn near close to that, and it had a fiber connection between the control head in the front of the car and one in the back, and maybe it was 25. I know it was before my son was born, so somewhere in that 2 decades ago, I was running fiber in the car, and I've done a lot of audio work with fiber as transport. So just another tool to use, and the LP100 is a beautiful watt meter. I bought in one of those little $119 digital displays that Bang Goods has, and I'm running it in front of it because I'm, my 2 watts or so that I'm on now drives, like 400 watts out of the amplifier. So I've been really careful to make sure I keep everything in check there, and those digital meters are just really nice, and the LPs are in the class by themselves. I think everybody kind of realizes that. So it's all good stuff. Well, I'll keep you posted on how I make out with the rest of it. It's it's just an effort to keep, like you said, all the RF going in the right place, and that's usually out the antenna and not re-radiating across all the other stuff here in the shack that it doesn't belong in. K2TC.
All right, very good. Well, and the USB connections, I mean, those are very sensitive devices, and it doesn't take much RF to create some errors in the transmissions back and forth. So, and my PC that I use to run all the dashboards, I had to put an extender on the thing to get more USB ports, because I ran out of ports on the PC. So I can immediately I think I can immediately put to use one of those opto isolators on the extender, where they have multiple USBs coupled into the one port on the PC. To me, that's sort of like an excursion from the operator position bus bar, right, where we have one location where all the grounds go, and in this case, we violated that premise and that policy because we have multiple USBs going into a combiner that then goes into what I would call the main bus on the motherboard for USB. So who knows what's flying in and out of there and how much error correction is actually taking place. But anyhow, it would be fun to play with. Thanks for bringing that to our attention here on 5.5. Always interesting data coming in here on 5.5, that's for sure. Guys like you really make the rest of us pay attention and look up to opportunities for improving our stations. So take care, enjoy, and we'll look forward to seeing that link before too long.
Okay, Dave, sounds really good. Always appreciate the technical side of stuff, whether it's really technical or really not. And to me, it's a plug-in appliance, right? It's just a little tchotchke that you throw in line, and it's good. It's an ounce, probably weighs about an ounce. It's an ounce of protection that goes a long way. And I just had helped a buddy of mine who had needed to extend Ethernet out to his garage. He's building like an outside bar TV thing on the side of the garage, barbecue pit, and he wanted to get all his connectivity out there, but not wireless. He wanted something hard. He's running power out there anyway in conduits, and he sleeved a few strands of fiber in, and we put some Ethernet converters on each side of it, and now he's got his honking bandwidth out there for his TV and his stereo system and all his other stuff. And I wouldn't doubt that he'll plug his radio gear in there too at some point. He's a big shortwave listener, and he's got some of these Ethernet based SDR receivers. But all fun stuff. Be well. Always a pleasure. K2TC. Good morning.
All righty. Good morning to you. You're listening to the East Coast Amateur Radio Service Network on 7255 kilohertz. It's 54 minutes after the hour here on April the 23rd. Shakespeare was born on April the 23rd many years ago. I think there are a few other people, famous people, celebrities or whatever, on the 23rd. So there you go. 64 degrees and sunny here in King George County. This is station WA3GIN. We're listening for check-in.
K3 Delta Papa Tango.
Okay, two of the regulars here. K3DPT and W2NYP. Any others? All right then, the voice of Annapolis. What's going on, Tim?
Not much, Dave. Beautiful day here. Probably the same down in King George. Spent the day yesterday out in the yard, riding around on the lawnmower, pretending I was working. And today I'm just kind of looking for things to do. If you could, give me a call on the bat phone when you get off the air, and I'll give you some classified information that I came across. K3DPT.
All right, very good. It wouldn't have anything to do with K3 Juicy Hot Biscuits getting an ICOM 7300, would it?
Oh no, this is the real deal. I'll tell you on the phone.
Okay, we'll be tuning in shortly. Take care, Tim. I got an email from Ernie, and he was asking questions about transceivers. So I gave him my best answer, and I never heard back. But I'd love to see this fella get back on the radio. Next on the list, and I'm going to switch to my all zones antenna. Hold on a minute. Okay, now you should be able to hear me, Bruce. Come on in.
HD stereo digital. We had them all over the place. We had to use them as to get rid of EC hum on old analog signals.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, back in the days of analog, they used low impedance, right? They used low impedance mics and everything to try and get away from the AC hum issue for those long mic audio connections. And I always thought that was fascinating. And I always, because the old boat anchors, they all like to see 10 kilohertz impedance, or 10 kc. But anytime I could interface a low impedance mic, I always felt like I was in solidarity with the commercial guys that were running the low impedance microphone. So, and here we go now. Everything's wireless and fiber. Go ahead.
The short company made what was called the Fusion 1 battery operated line, and you had every time you had to go from the floor and come over, and I'm trying to find it.
Oh, I'll bet you did. I sensed a note to a couple of the media outlets that seem to be doing more and more analysts from their home transmissions, right? And the variability of the quality of the video and the audio is just pathetic. And I said, can't you guys spend a little bit of money, put together a package, and send it to your talking heads to install in their homes, so that we can have some consistency to the other half of the picture, because it's just ridiculous. Some of these guys sound like they're talking through a toilet paper tube. Other guys sound like or look like they're standing in front of headlights of a train. I mean, it's sort of pathetic. So I don't know if they'll do anything about that, but I had to throw my 2 cents in.
What you end up doing is that you need to decouple this one where it's son-in-law internet users to hook it up. Well, good. Yeah, well, let's see. We have a 400 gigabit download speed, but our upload speed is only 25. And that speed is a little bit perfect example was everything's good. What was more important is that we get a good download speed of 500, but our upload speed is 25, and that's what we depend on for our transmission out to 25. That's pretty good.
I hear you. Well, these folks make enough money, they should be able to get more bandwidth, the way I look at it. No excuses. I told them, I said, look, I pay for the satellite so I can get the signal. I pay the network, so I can get the network. And basically, I have to listen to all the 4 minutes of drug commercials, which I will never use any of these things. And I have to go through all that and then look at this garbage on the screen. Come on. They could send a video with them to show them how to hook it up, color code everything, make it simple enough that you don't have to have an IT wizard hooking it up. So, anyhow, I'm very demanding. It's a good thing I'm retired. That's it for me. Time's up, Bruce. Nice talking to you and everyone else here on 5-5. It's been a great hour here. We certainly appreciate all of you coming in with your stories and your experimentation results. I hope to hear you all again really soon. So be well, eat well, and be nice. We still have a lot of room in this country for learning how to be nice. So it'd be a great idea if everybody got out there and did their part. That's the same pitch I use on the road because we have a 2-mile road here. It's gravel and 18 families and only 3 who contribute. And so we ask everybody to do their part. Your new net control is George, if I'm not mistaken. So keep him busy for the next hour, and he'll take you all the way to 1 o'clock, I guess. 73, this is WA3GIN. Over to you, George.
Okay, thanks a lot, and we'll see you around next time. I'm WA3GIN. This is Whiskey 3, Golf Whiskey Mike. My name is George. I'm located in, I'm in Bradford County. I'm about 35 miles west-northwest from Scranton and about 25 miles north. I've got all my directions backwards today. I'm about 25 miles south of the New York-Pennsylvania state line. And this is northeastern Pennsylvania on a beautiful day. Right now, we're at 62 degrees and mostly sunny outside. And before I came in here, I've been busy doing some modifications to the outside part of the station, working on the antennas today. Luckily, we're down to about a 0 noise level up here. I do live out in the country away from everybody and generally have a low noise level, but being it down to 0 is kind of unusual for me. I'm not going to be able to hear everybody. That never happens. Anybody that says they can hear every signal on the band is lying. The people that I don't hear, I'm sorry, but if you hear someone calling that I don't pick up, call Relay and help me out with it. I want to get everybody a chance that I possibly can. And, of course, I have to hear them to work them, but if I don't hear them, there's no reason somebody else can't hear them. So call Relay and then help me out. Also, if you want to talk with somebody or insert something into the conversation, just call contact, and we'll pause for a minute, give you a chance to make the contact. If you're going to have a long queue, so we would appreciate moving off frequency. ECARS website is at ECARS7255.com. A lot of good information on there. Also, the schedule of upcoming net control operators. You can find out if you can't hear the current net control, you can see who's coming up next, and maybe you'll be able to hear them better. We do try to change net controls roughly once an hour. We start operating at 7:30 in the morning, and we close at 1:30 in the afternoon on weekdays. On weekends, we start at 8 o'clock, and we'll run until 1:30 or later, depending on conditions and what the NCS feels like doing at 1:30. Mobile, portable, and QRP stations do have priority, so if I hear those, whatever I'm doing, I'll move them to the top of any list that I may have that I'm working on, if we're lucky enough to get a list. And that's just about it. I've got to turn the page here, and then I'll be ready to get rolling. So anyone that had a schedule for 12 noon, anyone with a schedule for 12 noon, call now. Okay, any mobile, portable, or QRP? Mobile, portable, or QRP only, please. And I don't hear anybody, so we'll take check-ins. Anyone wishing to check into ECARS, call Whiskey 3, Golf Whiskey Mike. This is the East Coast Amateur Radio Service on 7.255 megahertz. My name is George. My call sign is Whiskey 3 Golf Whiskey Mike. And I'm looking for check-ins from anyone, anywhere.
Here is Kilo for Lima Juliet Bravo, K4LJB. Name is Roy.
Good morning, Roy. K4LJB. I don't think I've worked you before. I'll let you know in just a second. No, whoops. It would help if I put the information in the right place, wouldn't it? Okay, now I got it, and I have worked you one time before, back in October of 2020, so it's good to hear you again, Roy. How are you?
Well, good morning to you, George. We keep an awful lousy log here, so I couldn't have told whether I had talked to you or not. But good morning to you again, and it's so good to hear you again. We don't check into ECARS that often, but we do listen quite often. So this time I thought I would drop in and say good morning to you and let you know that you're sounding good down here in the central part of the state of Virginia. Our location is Palmyra, Virginia. We're located on the map between Charlottesville and Richmond, which is pretty close to the center of the state. Where the temperature and weather here today, 66 degrees right now. The sun is out, a little bit of a breeze, and it is supposed to go up into the low 70s today. So we've got an absolutely beautiful day today. The birds are enjoying it. My wife feeds the birds. I feed the squirrels. So far, the squirrels have not come around, but they will. They can't resist the peanuts. In fact, here she comes again, George. K3GWM, I believe it is. This is K4LJB.
Okay, well, we're having a great day up here too, Roy. Just a few clouds around, mostly sunny. Right now it's 62 degrees. It's going to be a real nice day. I think we're going to probably get close to 70 today. We do have a fire warning out today for fire conditions. In spite of all the rain we've had, the understory and the forests are pretty dry. So they put out a warning today for be careful with fires and look for smoke. I live out in the mountain, on top of a mountain, surrounded by woodland, so I make it a habit to check on the sky for smoke and see if anything's necessary. But you're sounding good, Roy. I've only got you at about a 5.5, but that's good today. Good audio and plenty of signal.
Okay, George. Well, we're going to just kind of like sit back and ride it out and listen to you a little bit and to the group. And I hope everybody a pleasant day, a good day, and I guess the weekend will be here before we know it. I see here Sunday they're calling for the temperature to be up about 85 degrees, so maybe our cold snap will be over with and we will be getting into some of that, what they call summer heat. We've cut the grass down here about twice already, or had it cut. Actually, our son cuts it for us. And I guess maybe we can turn the propane off to the heaters and save the propane for the rest of the summer and start it again in the fall. So we're looking forward to that so we don't have to buy any more of the propane. Okay, George, we're going to say 73 to you, my friend. You have yourself a great day. Thanks for running the net for us and keeping things rolling. We're going to keep listening, and we'll check you later. W3GWM, this is K4LJB. That's 73, George.
73, Roy. Thank you for checking in today. We expect to get up in the 80s about Wednesday next week, but we still got some below freezing weather coming. We got down to 26 this morning, and we're going to be in the upper 30s all through this week. But next week it turns around. We're going to be able to get up into the 50s for our overnight low and 70s for daytime highs, and that's about typical for the first week in May around here. Roy, nice to chat with you again. Thank you for checking in, and we'll look for you again further down the log. 73, have a great weekend. Clear with K4LJB. This is Whiskey 3, Golf Whiskey Mike with ECARS. I'm looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere.
Hey, George, since things are slow, let me ask you, I pulled you up on QRZ.com, and I see a picture of you in front of your radio equipment and your chair. Is there an adjustment on these chairs? I just got one the other day. I used one, and it doesn't fit me quite right, and they say there are adjustments. The only thing I can see is there in this adjustment to go up and down. Can you push your seat back one way or the other by adjustment back to you?
No, I'm afraid I didn't pay close enough attention when I bought this chair to get one that tilts back in front. I wish I had it. I have to sit straight all the time. Sometimes when all I'm doing is listening, I would like to lean back like I had a recliner, but this one won't. Also, this particular model I had a problem with it. The spring that's supposed to adjust it and the hydraulics that are supposed to hold it up, they failed. So the chair is held up by a couple of hose clamps locked onto the boom that controls it.
Okay, well, good enough. We ask people how to adjust the radios and this or that, but you don't get a whole lot of questions, I don't guess, about your chair, but it is interesting, and I just got this thing. I had another one, and it was kind of looking ragged and coming apart, so we bought a used one, and it puts me in kind of a position where I need to lean back in this one. And then my problem comes up as to when I want to hunch over the desk and talk into the microphone, it kind of like catches me in my back. So I just disconnected the desk microphone and put my handheld microphone on, and comfortably, it is just as comfortable, if not even more so. But I was just asking. All right, George, we're going to try it again. Thanks again, and hope you many contacts. We're out of here. This is K4LJB. 73, George. Have yourself a wonderful day.
Okay, well, we'll certainly try. About my chairs, I don't buy what I would consider good chairs. Typically, they're all below $200. It seems that I wear them out about once a year. I've got to throw one out and get a new one. But this time around, last summer, I decided that I'd had enough of that, so I just got out some hose clamps and clamped it down good and tight. And since the only one that sits here is me, once I get it to the height that I want it at, I don't have to change it. The only thing I regret is, although it does swivel, it does not lean back, and occasionally I do get lazy. But anyhow, if I spent good money and bought a good chair, they would probably last me more than a year. But when you buy cheap, you get cheap. And I'm cheap. Anyhow, thanks anyhow. We'll talk to you again. This is Whiskey 3 Golf Whiskey Mike on ECARS, the East Coast Amateur Radio Service, on 7255.com is our net. ECARS7255.com for our website. But this is our net on 7.255 megahertz. I'm slightly distracted today. I'm sorry about that, folks, but we'll keep on trying the best we can. This is ECARS. I'm looking for check-ins. Anyone who would care to check in, this is a directed net. I'm looking for check-ins now. And I kind of expected a slow day today. I'm not seeing much across the band. I use Jeff's SDR. Right now, I wasn't able to connect to the low latency feed that he has, but I'm watching it on YouTube, and I don't see much going on 40 meters today. But I'm here, and hopefully you're here, and I'm looking for check-ins. Anyone for ECARS, call W3GWS. Looking for check-ins. This is Whiskey 3 Golf Whiskey Mike with ECARS.
November 1, Quebec, Zulu.
Okay, November 1, Quebec Golf. Did I hear that correct?
That was Quebec Zulu, Queen Zanzibar, over.
Okay, roger that. Which November 1, Quebec Zanzibar. I've got it correct now. If I would only type it in the right places so my computer could work with me. I'm trying to do too much at the moment, and I'm going to have to get myself under control. But I've got you in now, Brian. It's been a while since I talked to you also. It looks like a couple of weeks anyhow. The 5th of April was when I talked to you last, so it's just been a couple of weeks. How are you doing, Brian?
We're doing pretty good today. It is a beautiful sunny day. Gorgeous out there. I was just doing a little bit of work around here in the shack, kind of cleaning up and trying to get this stupid SMA to work right, hence the overdrive. I don't know what the heck the problem is. But anyway, it's working. I'm kind of staying away from the microphone so I don't tend to overdrive it. It's crazy the way it works, but whatever. Anyway, band conditions are not all that great. I'm picking you up about 5 by 7, but no problem copying, over.
Roger that, Brian. I got you at about a 5.4. The band is really poor today as far as that goes. I don't see very many signals across the band at all today.
Very good. And as a matter of fact, you dropped down a bit on that comeback, so I'm not going to hold it. Anyway, I wanted to stop in and say good morning. It is a beautiful day, and I hope you enjoy it. 7-3.
Well, when I got done here, I'm going back outside to take advantage of the good weather and get some of the antenna work I've been putting off all winter accomplished. Thanks for being here. You're sounding good. Good audio. The band's a little bit off today. I can hear most people good, but I don't have them very strong today. It's just one of those days. And the way 40 meters wants to play today. 73, Brian, you have a good day. It's nice to hear from you again. I'm Clearvik, November 1, Quebec Zulu. This is Whiskey 3, Golf Whiskey Mike with ECARS. Looking for check-ins, anyone, anywhere. This is Whiskey 3, Golf Whiskey Mike with the East Coast Amateur Radio Service. Fan conditions are not all that great today. Looking at the D region now to see if we're dropping off any from bad D region. No, well, we should be okay. We've got a little bit of attenuation, but I've seen it a whole lot worse in the past. But the band is not cooperating today, so there's apparently a disturbance going on somewhere or other. This is Whiskey 3, Golf Whiskey Mike with ECARS, and I'm looking for check-ins. Anyone, anywhere.